Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do a little comparison of the Rmax to the XP here. We got the base model 2-seater Rmax, and I think we'll hop in this and just take it down this road here, see what it feels like. Then we'll do a little walk around and check out the outside. I really like the fact that they have this feature here. It's all ready for the switches. That's awesome. The Polaris, they got a cutout marked, but you got to cut it out. Kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, let's fire this thing up, see what it does. Alright, we'll put this thing in high and see how it takes off here. E-brake works. That'd be nice. I don't know why the General doesn't have an e-brake. That engage is kind of, well, a lot different than what I'm used to anyway. Smooth, just the way it comes on is a little bit different. I turned my hat around there, no windshield. So let's see, in here you got the tilt wheel just like the General. You got a sliding seat. That goes up there pretty tight. So if you're short, you can get in there. That seat does not slide. Not a whole lot of storage though. That's real shallow. The engine is right there. And you got, looks like the fuel injection system and the air duct going through there. Yeah, the glove box that's close to the size of the General. That's a wired remote for the winch he has on here. This bar slides in and out. They got these little pads here for your knee. Pads on the door. Little speaker locations. Those will pop out to put a speaker in. This up here, you put a radio in. That'll pop out of there. So, got clean line, but he's getting a full enclosure for it, so I guess there's going to be some kind of hole here you got to reach through. I'm imagining it might be something kind of similar to how the back door is for the General. You got to unzip that, and then you reach in here, and then you can open the door. Or since it's a 4-seater, I can just open the front door and I reach back, which is what I usually do. Actually, what I always do. I don't think I've ever done that. So, that's a difference. The engine, like I said, is way farther forward. Let's see, here's the axle here. The engine's way up there. You can see over here on a General, the axle's here and the engine's right there, so they've got the engine a little farther forward on that unit. So that probably helps with the climbing steep hills with the two-seater. Four-seater is so long it's gonna keep the front end down, but you know, the two-seater, sometimes you have a hard time keeping the front end down. And then the fuel tank, you have to open the door. Fuel tank's right there under the seat. They have actual little Nerf bars built in. That's the frame, and they got this little kicker bar here built in. Full steel skid plate underneath, factory. And my understanding is they have a UHMW that you can buy to put on there. That would be a nice upgrade. This is the base model, so it's got 3010 R14s, but they're dirt commanders. And I believe the other models come with carnivores. You still got the Fox shocks, you just got to adjust them out here. So, suspension, you got stamped and welded A-arms. And the top is tubular. So you got tube top one, stamped and welded bottom one. Generals are tube top and bottom. General has the high clearance A-arms on the XP. These do not in the rear, but I kind of think they do in the front. Yeah, they got a high clearance A-arm in the front, just like the General. And it's got a stamped and welded upper A-arm. That's weird that they have a lower one in the back, upper one in the front. Pretty small sway bar there. So I don't think they have a rear sway bar at all. No rear sway bar at all. Got the winch tucked in here pretty nice. He's got a Stealth. Don't know, not familiar with it. You got lights up here that are on when it's running. And you got LED headlights. So something really nice that the General does not have. This has backup lights. This is a backup light, that's a brake light. General does not have that. It'd be interesting to see how the cabin closure works on these. See, you got this lip up here. I'm assuming the window's just going to come right in underneath that. On the Polaris, the roof comes back over it. The frame is recessed in, so the windshield actually recesses into it. And on the General, the bars are recessed for the doors to close in. As you can see, these are round, like with most side-by-sides. So that's a little bit of a difference. I'd say the creature comforts on the General are nicer. If you have a two-seater, you don't really have storage under these seats, but in a four-seater you do. You got this storage box here. These boxes are really deep, even on a two-seater. Glove box is similar. Storage up here. So creature comforts, I think there's a little bit more on a General. And a Wolverine, they say, has got it on performance. Pretty hard to say on just going up and down a gravel road here, but we'll get it out in the dirt and do some good comparisons at some point. I'm going to go ahead and get in the XP and go down the same stretch of road so I can kind of get an indication on the acceleration of one to the other in the same situation. So we'll go give that a try. Okay, so compare apples to apples here. Say that the General is smoother, but it is a four-seater, so that makes a difference. Past this house here. Yeah, looks like the Rmax has a little bit more acceleration. I just got over 60, I believe, on that one, and in the Rmax I got up to 69 in that same spot. So it is a little bit quicker, although that's a two-seater versus a four-seater also. So if this was a two-seater, maybe it would be closer because it's a lighter machine. But you don't have to worry about burning the clutch up on the old Wolverine over there. So that's a nice feature. Alright, well, let's see. What else can we show you? So here's something else I thought is interesting. It's kind of a blessing and a curse. Right there, you're looking at the back of the dash. So if you need to run wires, like if I come over here to this side, when I look through here, I can see right up there to the back of where the switches are. This is the back of the glove box right here. And if I was to take one of those rubber plugs out, I don't think you can make it out. Right back up in there is the back. So running wiring would be really easy. The bad thing is, it's all right here exposed to everything. So maybe they'll come out with some kind of guard to put here to help keep from getting crap up there. I'm not a fan of this being right here in the wheel well. It's right there where your tire is. You get your tire turn, you fling stuff up, a stick could grab that and rip that off. That seems like that needs some sort of a relocation bracket to me. But and overall, you look at the suspension, look at the frame, see how similar they are. Looks like where the brackets are, they're about the same thickness. They're double shear. See this bracket back here. Same thickness, but they're shorter pieces. Oh, okay. So in this, they've got, this is a long one. Goes all the way down one piece. Got a little gusset in there. No gusset up here. Same on the front. So you compare that to how Polaris did it. Well, this top one is really beefed up. But they're small. They come across the frame and down and over and up, even though they're same thickness, smaller piece and gusseted. So I would say that the suspension where it ties into the frame is stronger on the Polaris. Yeah, frame, this is a box frame. Let's see if it's boxed back here. Yeah, box frame back here too. You can see the tubes. Rear suspension, same thing. They have no gusset down there. They have a little tiny gusset right there. Nothing up here, and there's a gusset up above. A gusset way up here. Compare that. Now see on the XP, this is thicker. This one piece goes all the way down, and it's got a brace coming off of here. And that might just be because they have more years doing this. Yamaha might upgrade that down the road. I would say the attachment points, yeah, my opinion, the attachment points on the Polaris are a little beefier than the Yamaha also. So the XP comes with sway bars front and rear. You can see how big and beefy that one is on the rear. The front one I have off. And this has a little tiny sway bar on the front. Right there. And no sway bar on the back. And the bed is slightly larger. I think it's 1 inch longer, 4.5, and it is 46 3/8 at the little wheel well humps, and the General doesn't have any wheel well humps, and it is 41, so you got 5 inches more width and 1 inch more fore and aft on the Rmax bed. So that's nice. What about the opening here? That looks like it might be bigger too. Go across here. You got 40 inches at the top. It's smaller at the bottom. 38 inches at the bottom. And on the General, way smaller. We have 35.5 at the top. Looks like about 33 3/4 at the bottom. So you got a lot bigger bed on the Wolverine. I mean, it's a couple inches here, a couple inches there, but that all adds up, makes a difference. You got a lot more tie points on the General. They both have tie downs inside, but there's no other tie downs at all on the Rmax. Has these holes here that are threaded, 4 locations in the bed, so there must be some accessory for that. Okay, so one last thing. This weird contraption here, when you're driving it, you know, up and down the road anyway, not really much of a deal. You gotta lean forward a little bit to get in and out. So it does, it's not as nice as having it open like on the General, but it's not as bad as I thought that would be. It seems okay. So we'll get these machines together and take them out on the dunes or out in the woods at some point and do some more comparison. Do some more comparisons side by side. Switch drivers. He can drive mine, I'll drive his, different spots, and see what we think. I mean, naturally, my machine is quite a bit heavier, and being a 4-seater, quite a bit longer. So it's going to be different in those respects. But like my buddy's 2-seater, you know, I've driven that many times. And it gives you an idea. All right, we'll go ahead and load these things back up.